Hello friends, it's been a long time after my HTML video series. Today I came up with a new video series of CSS in which we will discuss and learn what is CSS and different uses and different aspects of CSS. So first of all we will see what is CSS. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. It is a style sheet language. Neither programming language. Friends, keep it in mind. It is not a programming language, not a markup language. Programming languages are different and markup are different. We are here to learn CSS. Now, it was first proposed by the Econvium Lee in 1994 and released in 1996 with one more co-author, Bert Bose, due to his influential proposal on CSS. So we have two different authors of CSS which was released in 1996. Now we will see why we need CSS. So CSS is used to define style our web pages, including the design, layout and the variations in display for different devices and in screen sizes. Means we use CSS to define different web pages, different styles, different layouts and make the variations in the different page designs. Why these variations we need and why we use it. So first feature of the CSS is reusability. We can use the code, the piece of code we write in CSS in different places. That's why it is reusable. And the second one is global declaration. Global declaration is the feature of CSS which is once a defined declaration for one element of HTML, then we can use it multiple times only in one declaration. And the third one is search engine friendliness. It is too much friendly to the search engines. That's why search engine never fails to parse it on the browser. And the fourth one is superior style to the HTML. It's a great feature and it gives higher priorities to the different HTML elements to parse in different designs. And its offline usability is too much good because without offline usability, a designer or any web developer can't design a web page. Now coming to the next slide, different types of the CSS. There are three different types of the CSS in which we will write the CSS code. Inline CSS, internal style sheet and the external style sheet. First one is inline CSS. This is the writing way of CSS in which we will type the CSS code into the HTML element in a style attribute. And the second one is internal style sheet. Internal style sheet is a writing way of CSS in which we will write the CSS code in style tag inside the HTML page in which we want to apply it. And the third one is external style sheet. This is a type of style sheet in which we will write the style sheet, I mean CSS codes to a different CSS file which has the extension of .css and we use it on the HTML page with its class name which we have defined in the CSS code. Now this is the type of declaration in which way we declare the codes of CSS. This is here we written the P. P is here a selector which selects all the P on the page and this is the opening braces and here we written the property. This is called property. We have selected the color property of P element and we have written the code of color. It means it is a value for the this color property and which will be applied to the P element. Okay, we will see in the action in just a few seconds. Here are different types of the selectors. This is a selector. Here is a P. There are different types of the selector. First of all is simple selectors, combined selectors, pseudo class selectors and the pseudo elements selectors, attribute selectors. You will see all these in few minutes. Let's see all these things into the direct action. Okay, friends, as you can see, this is a simple HTML skeleton. Here you can define your HTML. This is the head section and this is body and HTML is closed over here. Now first of all we will see how we can define different type of styling, which is here we can already seen over here. This is the different types of styling: inline CSS, internal style sheet and external style sheet. So first of all we will see that how we can define our inline styling. So first of all we have defined that h1 element. Now type something. Now I have typed I like coding. Now inline styling is the simple, we'll define the style inside our tag with the help of our style attribute. The style equal to, now we will give the property to it, font, font size 45 pixels. Now we will save it and see. This is the page. You have seen over here. This is a 45 pixel. If you change it to 85, and you will see it is already changed to the 85 pixel. So we have seen here this type of styling inside the tag is called inline styling. We have seen over this is inline CSS. Okay. Now what is internal style sheet? Internal style sheet is not more different, but we just need to define this style attribute as a style tag inside our head element and define the, just delete it. Now define the property which you want to give to your elements. I'm just defining a class name which will definitely always start with a dot and the class name. The class name is I have given the name first heading. Whatever the name you want, you can give it. Now give color. I'm giving it color. You can use your different property, whatever you want, you can give it. So I'm giving it color is red. Friends, you can also use the RGB, which I have already discussed in my HTML videos. You can also give it hex code. Okay, if you have not seen or not know what is hex code and what is RGB and RGBA, you can see my earlier videos on HTML. You will definitely get the answer. So I have defined the color red and now save it. And friends, whatever the class name you have given over here, please give it inside class attribute and give the name. So I have defined the class attribute and I have given the name first heading. So first heading the property of first heading will be applied to the name to this element with the help of this first heading class name. So now save it and see the color is changed. So we have already now used the internal style sheet. Okay. You can also apply different properties like font size, font size 85, font weight 400. You can use more than one, more than four, more than five, whatever the number of properties you want to apply inside a class, and you can use it. So see, this is 400 weight of font and size is 85 pixel and color is red. So we have seen now how we can define the inline style sheet and our inline styling. So this is inline. We have just seen the inline CSS and the internal style sheet. Now we will see how we can use external style sheet. External style sheet is not more different. It just uses a different file and link it to this HTML file so that we can pass the classes to the browser combined with this HTML file. Now we can use it. Just see. This is a link tag. Okay, friends, if you have difficulties that how I have just typed link and all of the code is came in just a click. So please watch my earlier videos in how to write HTML faster. In HTML video series, you will definitely get the answer how to write HTML faster and use this type of writing style. Now this is a link tag. This is relational style sheet. Relational is a definition which defines this is a file of style sheet type. Okay, style sheet language. So it will help the browser to pass this type of styling to browser. Now define, okay, sorry, I have not created the file and I am adding it. Now just create a file, new, create a CSS file, CSS, and save it with the name of a style. Friends, I am saving it into the channel test file and I have saved with the name of the style. Just save this C, this is style.css. Now I can link it here. Now link this style. Now this style is the style, whatever the style we will write into this style.css file, it will be linked to this HTML index.html file and passed to the browser when we run this file. Okay, now write the code inside this h1. Okay, now give the styling. Friends, you can see that I have just given the h1 element name and started a curly braces and closes the curly braces. This is the type of writing style in which you can write the CSS file, sorry, CSS code so that you can pass the CSS styling to your HTML file. Now apply font family. You can use whatever. I am using this Cambria. Whatever the first font will be, it will be applied to your HTML file. If it will be not present, one of the rest ones is used. Now font size 25 pixel, font color green, save it. Now let's see, friends, you can see font family is applied but the color code is not green which we have given. You can see, and the font size is also different. This is just because of this styling which we have given after this tag, because due to the specificity this property is overriding the styling of this style file. Okay, so whenever you will feel this type of problem, then just check your codes, it will definitely help you. I'm just cutting it. Now save. You will see this is changed now. If we will apply this inline styling will override your CSS file. Now friends, please see please know the specificity of all these type of styling. Any of your inline style will always override your internal style sheet, and any of your internal style sheet will always override your external style sheet. So external style sheet has lowest specificity than your internal style sheet and inline style sheet, and your internal style sheet is the lower specificity than your inline CSS but has the greater specificity than your external style sheet. Please keep in mind this inline CSS will be always override all of your CSS if it is defined. If it is not defined, then this will override your style sheet, external style sheet. If all of the above both two are not defined, then it will be working. Okay, friends, we will see our selectors and in our next videos, because this video is going too large. Okay friends, we will meet in the next video. Hope I'll be soon. Please friends, like my videos, share and subscribe my channel. Please press the bell icon if you like my videos. Share with your friends and help them to learn web design.